Up guys, quick disclaimer as always, Discord link down below if you want coaching or you don't, still join it, really good server. Anyways, enjoy the video, it's a really fucking good one. Sup guys, back with a new banger, and in this video we are going to be talking about how to close out games. Loads of you requested this kind of video and I get it. We talked about early games of how to get elite, now it's about how to close out games with elite, because at the end of the day that's all the game is about, winning. Why you cannot close out games? And first of all, I have to say the early game is the most important stuff. If you fuck up the early game and you lose the game, then we are not even gonna talk about closing out games, right? Because you fucked up in the early game and your team is losing before you can even get to the mid game. So for all of you who fuck up early games, just rewind to my videos. I have a bunch of videos, most of them are dedicated to the early game, so that's first things first. Alright, so how do you close out games? The 3 factors why people do not is, first of all, deaths. Bro, if you die in the mid game, after the early game acquiring a lead, you cannot die anymore. Because imagine like this, especially if you have to 1v9 and you're the only strong member who can carry the game, as soon as you are dead, you're gonna be losing objectives, towers, teammates gonna die, like you're not getting any value and they will just, fuck you up and get back into the game. So first of all, what I see is people dying in the mid game, and I call it the monkey mode. Why do I call it like this? Because most people, after watching my videos, after coachings, they go stomp in the early games, right? And then in the next session, they come up to me, well, I'm doing good in the early game, and I can see that, right, if I review the games. But why do I lose? Well, bro, look at your mid game. You're just dying 2 times in a row, and you lost like pretty much 3,002 objectives. Of course, the game's gonna be even more losing for you at that point. So that's first things first, and I think the most important stuff, because people underestimate the impact of dying. And we will go into an example game, of course. It was in the high diamond ELO, so you guys can see what I'm talking about here and how a game of mine looks like and how I close the game. Third thing, positioning on the map, playing with your team to an extent. This is so important, and this is a skill that will take some time to develop and a lot of VOD reviewing. Again, if you want to speedrun your improvement, get some coaching. If you don't want to spend money, that's on you. Positioning on the map. We will go through a game and I will show you how I position, but it's so important if you have a lead in the mid-late game. You are only gonna close out games if you are at the right place at the right time. The fourth thing would be playing around objectives. This is kind of like the third thing. You want, of course, to get objectives, Drakes, the Soul, the Baron, all of the shit, towers, and usually it's gonna be either one of those two things. You contest an objective, or you trade an objective for something else. Like, basic as example, you are strong as fuck, but your teammate died before Drake, fine. You look for anything else on the map since you cannot for sure contest Drake. Again, why are you not contesting Drake if your teammate is dead and you don't think you can, or it's kind of coin flip? Well, it might be 50-50 and maybe it turns good in the game, but League is about consistency, and if you die there, again, the second thing, or actually the first thing that's gonna fuck up your ability to close the game is a stupid death, right? So we are for sure trading if this is not a guaranteed contest. And of course I have to mention it, and you will see in this example game, mechanically I know Viego, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm one of the best Viegos on the server right now, mechanically. Maybe it's a little bit of an overstatement, I was ranked from Grace, maybe the Viego is a little bit worse than that, but positioning is so important because that's gonna allow us to not die stupid in team fights. Mechanics, knowing your champion. You cannot expect to close out the game if you fuck up a team fight. And you can have the biggest lead ever if you cannot convert that lead into a winning fight because you fuck up so bad. Mechanically or positioning wise, that's on you. And this is why I always recommend people play 1, 2, 3 champs at most, because it's gonna be rough, playing 10 champs and climbing, because you're always gonna be in that beginner position of not knowing how to play a champ truly to your limits. And the third thing would be being okay with losing fights and dropping your team to die by themselves. If there is a good fight, you are ahead, all of the conditions are matched that we are going to see in that example game. You have to have the patience, just like in the early game, with Grubs, with Drake, knowing, okay, at some point, if something happens, if there is something, let's say your mid laner, Irelia, she flashes in, uses R, she completely insta, no one is there, maybe it was good, but then she died. And with you being okay with conditions changing and saying, okay, at that point it was really good. Some dude inted on the team. I was not inting, I had good positioning. Now it's about trading cross map, because this for sure is not a good fight anymore. And I see so many people, if they die, they just go in full on int and they die before the team is even there. Or the second thing would be, it's actually a good fight, a good contest. Someone before the fight completely ints, and then you still kind of, they kind of try to make the best out of it. Might not be the worst, but for sure not a good play regardless. So now we're gonna go into a game, example game, high diamond ELO. I think I was playing Vego, and I will show you how to do that. Alright, so heading into this game, I will not go too in depth about the early game, because that's what we did in the previous videos anyways, pretty much very in depth. In this video I want to talk more about the mid and late game and really show you guys how all of these points are checked in this game and how I'm able to close out this game. Regardless though, we will look at the early game to see how I acquire elite. And you will actually see in this game, my team is completely inting. Like, I'm like 10-0 or some shit in the mid game, and they just completely int. But because of my patience and knowing what to do, we actually win this game. So, starting this game, nothing too crazy, not gonna go too in depth. We ended up, full clearing. There was no option on the map. Again, if there is, you go for a gank. If there isn't, you full clear. That's fine. There are actually two things in the early game which are kind of important. This is not the first thing though. This again though is knowing your champ. I know on Vego I can just flash W. This guy doesn't have flash. Again, this is early game stuff. I still want to mention it regardless. As you can see here, this Echo is very lost on the map. He went for dive even though he should have known I was topside. As you can see, these are high diamond players. They are disgusting, okay? So, we just ended up getting a kill here. And there is one thing in the early game I want to talk about regardless though. This position here is the difference between fucking Canyon and the piss low bronze player. Not the flamey bronze players, but compared to Canyon, you're a piss bad. What am I gonna do here? Just to remind you, Echo was topside. We know his bot side now for sure. It's 5 minutes in-game timer. He stayed on the map very long. We know he's gonna go for his 420 respawn camps on his bot side, the Crocs, the Rep is a 440. We know that shit, right? I know his bot side. For that reason, I know right now he's not gonna be bot side. So I have time to do the scrum, right? But this is so important here. I know his bot side. I'm leaving my wolves here, but this is so important. If there is no vision and your bot lane is kind of low, but the enemy bot lane is low as well, and you think, like, it's not like my bot lane is 1 HP here. I know Echo's bot side, I'm 2-0. If he comes and I counter gank him, this is a winning fight, right? It's not like it's a 50-50 fight. Like, I'm ahead here. Both bot lanes kind of equal health, kind of low. This is so important here. What I was thinking here is, there is nothing on the map here for me. Drake, I cannot do it, my Syndra just based. If I am here and the Echo comes, he has no idea. Right? Because I knew that this wasn't warded as far as I was aware. Of course, you should know that, right? Maybe ask your bot lane or use sweep at least. Right here, if Echo comes, this is hard winning. IW, we killed them, then we dive them, GG, game over. This is not very interesting though. Echo doesn't come. But I'm still fine with this because their bot lane is 1 HP. And as you can see, I'm writing in chat dive. Again, guys, could you do your wolves and go topside for, I don't know what, 1 grub? Again, I also didn't go topside because it was not like it's hard winning a 3v3 for us without the top and the mid lane. It's not like I'm dropping grubs here potentially, because I know if the Echo comes, I counter gank, GG, we kill all of them. If he doesn't come, I knew their bot lane was this low. My bot lane has decent push. Okay, by that time, I was bot side, he was bot side. He's not showing for a gank, so he has to be top side here. So, what am I gonna do here? I'm diving them. Can you see this? If you went for your wolves and then crops, this would never be an option. But as you can see, this is the thought process behind this. And this is the masterclass of jungling, this kind of play. This thought process, and I don't expect you to do this, guys, but I just want to show you again what is possible in games if you have the pattern recognition, okay? But that's what we talk about in any other video anyways. So as you can see, this is how we acquire a big lead. This is the thought process behind it. Nothing coin flippy or guaranteed, but still impactful as fuck. Nothing the bot lane can do about it. We play this mechanically as good as we can. Bot lane actually didn't play too bad. Right here, what are we gonna do? Right, so I'm just pushing this out, bro. Echo is topside. I can just speed bot side here, push this wave in. And what I'm doing here is, I'm basing in this bush. See what it is? I'm basing in this bush. And I'm just looking. I'm not even basing right now. I just want to zone her from this wave and see if she comes. She comes. As soon as she moves up too far, bam, go in. I know my champ, I'm fast as fuck. Now we're gonna kill her. Do you see this, guys? Like, I'm already bot side. I might as well make the best out of it, right? And this is kind of iffy. Like, I still died there. It's still good though, but honestly, I shouldn't die there. It was kind of unlucky. This is how we get a lead in these types of games, right? So, nothing too crazy going on here. I mean, we can talk about all of this, but I really want to get into the mid game here. With a great fight here. All the stuff we talked about in previous videos, nothing crazy here. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm like already 7-2. We're hard winning the map. Even my weak side is winning at that point because the Echo went for top gank and we countered it. Great thing. My bot lane, and this is the end of it. My bot lane's so ahead, but this will happen. She just inted completely. Look at this. Like, she's going mid lane here, right? She's just, look at my Caitlyn here. She's just moving up. She's just minding her business, but she doesn't have any idea. We saw the karma and she's just still staying, right? She is completely disgusting. And this is why this game is kind of rough. But you're gonna have those types of games, right? Here, we ended up fighting them, whatever. Nothing crazy. This is not the mid game yet. Alright, guys. So out of base right here, I would say this is roughly the start of the mid game, and where my teammates were kind of starting to end. Especially my bot lane. Out of base, what am I gonna do? Obviously, I'm going bot side here. This is where my camps up. I have Herald. My teammates just came on the map. Am I doing my camps here? Fuck no. Look at this. It's not like my Lulu is dead already and I'm this strong. You have to be here for this fight. And it's not like me going there, I'm gonna lose anything. Worst case, I'll waste like 3 seconds, they run away, I go back to my camps, right? If you just go to your Gromp here or to your red, well, this picture is, I can see it on my screen literally happening, then you are fucked, right? You're not gonna be consistently able to close this game because, again, right here, what do you gain, what do you lose? Potentially a great team fight because I'm this strong and this is good for me, right? I'm this ahead. The precondition is you are ahead here. What am I losing? Nothing. 2 seconds at most. So I'm going here. This is, you know, when it comes to playing with your team. So I don't give a shit about my camps. Look at your teammates here. My Garen applying pressure topside. My laners just pushing. What am I doing right now? I'm just, you know, I'm just chilling, clearing vision here, looking to invade for possible angle. Okay, Echo took this, fine. I've Herald up. I'm just looking here. And as you can see, I don't care what happens in this fight. All I want you to know is I'm here because I'm ahead. I know we can do shit. I'm mechanically confident. But this position here, you not being on your camps here, because if you're not, your teammates might just die here, right? This is the idea behind it. It's not like bad that my teammates are playing here, right? We can do that shit. And as you can see, this is mechanical or flash you can't R. This position is crucial. Most of you would just full clip because all your camps up, okay? No, don't do it, right? I'm already ahead. There's no point in me doing camps right now. There is so much shit that could happen here. So I want to be here. As you can see, my Syndra just fucking dies, right, to Seraph. She can't fucking dodge. Still, we're in a great position. Using Herald, getting mid tower. This is the stuff we talk about in all videos. Now I'm just looking to punish the Echo because he's dead. Right here. What am I going to do right now? Obviously, if you look on the map, now I can farm my camps, right? And there's nothing I have to be afraid of. So, right here, I don't have enough gold for base. There's no trade coming up, so I just take my camps now. And closing out games really comes down to where you are on the map, and that basically comes down to you knowing when you have to be there for your team, playing with them, knowing where they are on the map, and balancing that with farming and your downtime. Right now, I have downtime, as you can see here. If you like draw a line here, the teammates, right? We are all roughly in the same line now. So after my Crux, I kind of have to think about again, okay, downtime is gone, like I already used my downtime, now it's time to, you know, possibly play with my team here. The reason why I'm not basing here as far as I'm concerned is because, again, like, what does the base give me here? I was looking to keep applying pressure. As you can see, the Drake was spawning in like 50 seconds. I can just look to play with my team and we're really strong, but the enemies make a great play here. They completely trap me here as a team. Like, no one can see this, right? That's actually really smart play by them. I think they just went for it. I don't know if there was any thought process behind this play, but it was a really good one. Here though, look at my team. If they just run away, if they don't die here, Drake is up in 40 seconds. I'm going to be there in time, right? As you can see though, a stupid death. Honestly, this wasn't a stupid death. This is like completely random shit. This is not like I haven't seen this in hundreds of games, like not even high elo games. if my team doesn't die here, we still get a trick. But as you can see here, a death is always gonna come with some negatives. More than you giving gold. As you can see, look at my Lulu here. I'm not saying this to flame her, but look at that. This is why deaths are so bad. I'm not here anymore. I'm dead, so my team is on their own. And as we know in lower elos, even till fucking Grandmaster, they will fucking end. Lulu running in, taking every fucking skill shot, right? She's just gonna die. So even though this was not necessarily a stupid death, I think, because that's the most random shit I've ever seen, them standing in this bush, maybe it was a good play by them, you can see what happens if you're dead. You got the lead, you have to be alive at all times if possible, right? I mean, my team kind of kills them, but they still die. Again, we should never have a losing fight ever. This is a losing fight. 4 for 2, my Caitlyn also almost died. She actually dies here. 5 kills, and all of this because I died there. This is the impact of a death. If I didn't die here, we would get Drake. We would have all lanes pushed out. We would just grab the entire jungle. They would suffocate, and we would just win this game in 20 minutes most likely. This now draws out the game. As you can see here, my team is dead. I was just going for camps here. They actually didn't go for Drake, they went for top tower. So we kind of get the Drake here still. Again here, what am I looking for? After Drake, I rally a bot. My team is on the map. If you draw a line, we are on the middle of the map. I'm just looking to use my lead here. My team is here, I'm looking, right? And I'm still great CS. 160 CS at 90 minutes is great, bro. Like, I have a bunch of kills being able, I have 20 KP. Like, this is great CSing, right? So I can look for shit here. Again, nothing else. My team is going back to the lanes. So now I have downtime to do my camps, right? Again, here, on my Raptors, I'm in proximity for this fight. But again, my team is completely inting. Even though I'm here, they die before anything happens. So even if you do that kind of shit, your teammates will still find a way to end, right? This makes no sense. They were just in mid lane, as you can see on the map here. Look at my Syndra and Caitlyn here. Lulu is spacing, Garen bot side. They are just playing like the enemies don't exist. They just, you know, way too far up on mid lane without vision. They end up dying. And this is the first thing here. I was in a position kind of, but they kind of found out a way how to completely die in 1 second, right? So this is about knowing when to, being just acceptance of, okay, it is the way it is. Worst case, we lose Baron, but even worse, bro, if you die here, you know, your lead is gone. Your lead is gone, right? They will take your jungle, they will get gold because they killed you. You're gonna lose your lead eventually. So important here. Look for a winning fight possibly, as I do, but again, recognize, okay, play is over. As you can see, I'm typing in chat, why, what the fuck? After all of this, as you can see, bro, my Lulu, look at her running. She doesn't run like this, she's just running like this. Like, I don't know what she's thinking, right? Like, look at this, right? And it's even more important for you to not die here, right? Imagine, bro, like this game would be over. They're making, my bot lane was hard winning with my Blaze, right? I was hard playing for bot side, now they just keep dying. Again, don't die here, guys. Don't fucking die. If you die here, you're gonna lose towers, you're gonna lose everything. You wanna minimize right here, okay? It's time to be patient right here. And that's really what most of the mid game comes down to. Knowing when you're strong, but still being able to accept a bad team fight because someone is inting or whatever, right? Some shit goes wrong. Right, here we're looking to do our best out of camps up. I'm just looking with my Garen. Garen was actually playing pretty good this game, honestly, for a diamond player. Maybe he was even higher. I think he was like master or some shit. Nothing crazy, but yeah. We're just looking to make the best out of it. Nothing, okay, fine. This is basic as stuff. As you can see, my team's on map. This is kind of easier, right? Most people would base here though. Like, again, I'm not basing, I want to take his camps at least because they got Baron, right? So this is what I'm doing. Again, I'm in a position, as you can see, my team is on the map. Garen applying pressure, my Caitlyn applying pressure. I'm just looking to use my lead here and invade his camps. That's what I do here. Of course, mechanics are important, as you can see. If I don't hit that, we don't ever kill this guy. This is, again, mechanics. I'm not saying fundamentals are the BR and whatever, right? Fundamentals are 90%, but like mechanics, you need them to, you know, use your lead. So we end up killing them. Again, why are we here? Because that's where our team is. I didn't need to base. I know I'm stronger than them. That's why I went for this. Okay, what are we doing here? Are we basing? I mean, I got a bunch of gold, maybe even an item. Fuck no. Echo said, I don't need my item. We have man advantage, right? So I'm staying on the map, getting his camps here. My team is on the map. Here again, you can see, am I basing here? Fuck no, bro. Echo said, I don't need to spend my gold here. I'm as strong as I need to be. We have man advantage, right? I'm in my Garen base, but again, great position here. 4v4. I really is top. I'm just looking. Imagine I based. Look at this. Opportunities will present themselves at all times, even in Korean Challenger, bro. And people say, oh man, you just win games because the enemies are playing stupid. Of course, bro. even in Challenger, people will make mistakes. Like, if it wasn't like this, most games would just come down to who has the better team comp, right? There is no such thing as a perfect game for anyone. Especially for 10 players, right? Having a perfect game. So again, what is all of this about? Me recognizing, okay, we killed Echo. My team is on the map here. I'm just looking to use my lead here. And me, my positioning here, right? Aggressive positioning in their jungle, playing around vision. And this will happen, right? Of course, this guy has flash, right? Kind of unlucky. Maybe shouldn't have used my R if I knew that. Again, though, as you can see, my Caitlyn still died somehow. You can see this is the roughest game you will ever see. Like, I'm perfect position, but they still die. Again, acceptance. Don't flash after the Seraph. You will die. Game is over. So, accepting, okay. And you can see, bro, I'm patient for the longest time ever here. Like, I'm really patient with my team, right? I'm not even flaming them at that point. I think I will later on. Right here, just recognizing, as you can see, I'm staying. My team is here. We have prior bot lane. If the enemies want to contest bot side here, they have to move like this. I know, my guarantee, my team is here. We have vision advantage, right? This is why vision is so important. And recognizing if you use a jungler with a lead, this is how you can play, right? So, as you can see, what happens? I'm just playing here. Mechanics, positioning. Can you see my positioning here? This is why Agron is one of the best junglers. He knows positioning better than anyone in fights. If you look at his games, he's playing perfectly in a team fight around cooldowns and around positioning. He's never in position-wise ins. I mean, sometimes, right? But not. He's really consistent with that. How am I going to position this fight? I'm not going to walk in, right? Their entire team might be here. One-shotting me, stunning me. I'm not walking back, right? I still want to be there, right? I still want to have the best leverage to, use my lead here. So I'm going like here. No enemies here. I'm positioned like this, but I'm still in position to, still fight here. I'm not going back to my teammates here. As you can see, because I position like this, they can stun me, they can damage me, honestly. I'm just playing this perfect, and you can see fights are so easy if you play like this. Again, this is sort of mechanical. I mean, I play this game really good mechanically, I gotta say. This is Vego stuff, right? I'm just doing shit here. Again, though, what do I want to talk about here? Me being in this place at that time and recognizing it's a winning fight, right? If my team isn't right, I accept it, right? I might just go back or I don't know what, right? So that's what we end up doing here. We kill them. Fine. This game's still not over. This is a 40-minute game. We're only 23 minutes in, right? So it was really rough game. Here, Echo dead. We just take the shit. We actually end up taking the mid tower here. This is actually very important. I was kind of like, okay, even if I go back here, my team will just int here. So I just try to make the most out of it. If you can look at the death timers here. Seraph, respawning 4 seconds. Kai'Sa, 8 seconds. There is going to be 4 people here that are Lulu's in base, right? And they have Baron still, because my team entered previously. So usually you want to get this tower. And again, can you get the inhib? That's up to you, right? I didn't think we could, but my team committed to it. And I know, bro, they will never, they want to get this inhib, right? So I might just help them as much as I can. Generally, though, this is really the point where most people lose the game, because if you die here, you don't recognize their entire team is spawning, right? Especially if you're Lulu's in base here. If they kill you here, they will get a mid tower, they will shove in waves, they will get your jungle maybe. Again, dying in the late game is so bad because death timers are so long, and there is going to be objectives, there's going to be jungle camps, there's going to be so much shit on the map, right? In the early game, if you die, maybe they're not getting Drake, right? Death timers are really low. But right here, late game deaths are the biggest reason why people lose their lead, and they cannot close their games, and they actually start losing games, even though they had a lead. Again, here, don't die. I'm just trying to make the best out of it. We actually get the inhib. Now, we actually got it. Here, it's so important, do not die here. If I die here, this game is over, literally. Because by that time, they can just do whatever the enemies. Because I'm the strongest member here. Okay, sorry for that, my PC crashed. Back at it again. What do I want to tell you guys? Look at this here. You can say this is kind of risky, and I was close to dying here, honestly. This was my bad. This was my first mistake in this game. I almost died here. My Lulu kind of saved me. Again, though, if I die right here, or my camp's down, you're just gonna use a lead here. So again, as you can see, I'm doing my best to not die there. So right here, again, acceptance. I'm just basing. They might get my jungle, they might get Drake, they might get Drake here. Actually, Kai'Sa's inting here as well. But my team, they don't accept shit. They just die. They can just run away. They just went for shitty ass plays. They end up dying. We lose Drake here. So again, a teammate's still gonna die. Accept it and don't die. you know, don't help a drowning person. They're just gonna drown you with them, right? As you can see here, I kind of have downed them here now. My team, they all died coming out of base, so I'm doing my camps, obviously. No objective up. As you can see on the chat, I'm typing how is my strong side bot lane so useless now, because it's really ridiculous how they can, you know, just keep inting. Caitlyn actually said she was like first time or some shit, which was really apparent, honestly. Right here, really easy. I don't have camps up again though. My Syndra is basing, my Garen is topside. Do not die here, okay? You can go for Blaze, sure, but if you go for a fucking greedy Blaze, they will get Baron at this point, right? As you can see here, my Caitlyn, she actually gets engaged again, I think. Yeah, as you can see, like, she doesn't know how to play ADC. I'm just doing my best here, mechanical stuff, knowing, okay, this is a fight. I don't have to drop my Caitlyn. I mean, I can, she's gonna die regardless, right? But I know I can fight this. There only have 3 members here, I'm really strong. So right here, we're just looking to do our best. Echo was kind of caught off guard, so we killed him. As you can see, because I recognized this is not a good fight, this is why I went for it. Again though, here, do a base, yes, but I see we trapped him, we have vision, so I'm using that info, and I know, okay, now we can go for that, right? This is a good fight now. The Echo is dead, this is a good position, they don't have vision of me, I can flank them, fine. And you can see, bro, I'm getting a lead every day, like every fucking minute this game, right? I'm doing my best, like, I'm always making the best play on the map. This game is still pretty long, right? So a lot of patience went into this game. Here, so important. We can't end this game, ever. Unless this is a guaranteed end, I'm not going for it. I'm just going for Baron. I can tell you, if you don't go for Baron here, and they're all dead, like 2 of them dead, Seraph, Karma, if you go for an end here and you don't end, and then you know you're gonna 50-50 this Baron because all of them are alive at that point, and you lose the game then that's on you. I way rather get a Baron here and then you just play the game out than you're going for coin flippy end and only getting 1 tower and all of them are gonna die, right? And at that point they will just take our mid and hip, they will get 2 towers, they will get on jungle camps, they will get Baron, they will shove in waves, we will lose waves, you know, you can see the thought process behind this. Ending here is not guaranteed, we don't have to push, so we just end up going for this Baron here. After Baron, my teammates based, you know, just leave my top set, went to base. Just again, mid-game stuff, playing around objectives. Is this guaranteed or not? At this point, it obviously is. Like, look at me, I'm so strong. Here. Do I go for blue buff here? Yes or no? I mean, at that point, I'm just, you know, playing with my team here. It's not like blue buff gonna grant me anything. Like, I'm really far off my item here. As you can see, I just want to mention it, honestly. Like, look at this. Look at this Caitlyn here. I'm even pinging danger. Everyone off the map, and this is very applicable to you again. Just like this Caitlyn, most games where you die, you're gonna play like this Caitlyn. Not acknowledging where the enemies are, that they are on the map. She has no vision mid lane here, as you can see. And yeah, she's just piss inting here. Dying to fucking, I don't know what. Wasn't too bad though, she was still up for Drake. And again, do we go for Drake here? Obviously, right? But if I see them inting, again, my entire team is here. I'm here with Lulu. Syndra is pushing in mid-wave. Garen is here really, really strong here. Echo just going in like, I don't know what, like he's 10-0 or some shit. Again, I'm going for Drake here, but my Garen is fighting, right? I just want to make sure, right? Look at this. He might die here if I'm not here. So I'm going here. It's not like we're going to lose Drake of that. Because of that, we completely stomped him here. Again, you can really see, I think the most important part is really not dying, accepting to drop a fight if your team is inted before a fight, right? Acknowledging when to play for Drakes, being at the right place at the right time, and really the positioning. And all of the other shit is then mechanical stuff and positioning in team fights. Here, after killing them, of course we stay on the map, we get their entire base. I mean, this is very, you know, Kaiser's dead, Echo's dead, we're just looking to apply pressure. This looks very guaranteed. Again, look at my positioning. I'm very safe here. I don't engage. Very important. I do not engage. No reason to engage. We're just going to take the base with Baron here. Right? Again, my Garen is engaging. And at that point, this game's still not over, right? We cannot end. I'm not engaging here. You can look at me, right? I'm just, you know, look at my pings here on the map. Just pinging for my team to go into the enemy jungle. Just, you know, survive. So that's what I do. As you can see, look at my Garen. He's fucking basing this push. Obviously he's gonna die. Look at him, so cocky. They saw him and he's still basing in front of their faces. So he's just dying. Whatever. We are not going in. We are gonna survive here. I'm still looking right, covering my Caitlyn here. But all I want to do is survive. They end up killing the Aurelia. Whatever. So this position, of course, we have the prior, and the thing is, even if you cannot close the games, if you have like 2 inhibs here, you can just perma take the enemy jungle, right? So people underestimate how important this is, or how impactful getting the entire top and bot quadrant of the enemy jungle, because you have prior is. And if you're full build, just let your teammates take the camps then. So out of base, we are looking, Syndra is dead, though I acknowledge that. So I'm just, in a position, okay, I'm with my team here. I'm not doing my camps right now. I'm here. Again though, my team is fucking inting, okay, recognizing this fight is over. I'm not engaging here. Maybe in a world I can use my R, one-shot someone, and then I'm dead, right? And then the game is over. So again, I'm acknowledging this is a bad fight. I'm going out. I actually use my R here to just, I don't know, save my Lulu or whatever. Again, I'm not fighting here. But now, as you can see, enemies Echo just used R, they pushed out mid-wave. I'm just looking here. Nothing for me to do, and at this point I'm full build anyway, so taking camps doesn't really mean anything. So I'm just looking. Again, we see the Echo in his jungle, Sarah his bot side. We are 3 people here on the map. I'm strong as fuck, so I'm looking. As you can see, the position I'm in is gonna, look at this. Can you see this? It is so easy. But the decision making to stay here. First of all, escaping that first fight right down there, where my Garen and my Caitlyn died. On the mid inhib here. If you don't go in here like I did, this is the opportunity that will present itself. And it looks so easy, man. Why is I rally basing there? Whatever. Right? Most of you would just die there with the Garen and Caitlyn, and then they would take your base, and then you cannot do shit like I'm doing here, even though it looks very easy, right? So that's really what patience, that's really what's gonna happen if you are patient and you recognize if a fight is good or not. As you can see here, of course, mechanical stuff, I completely gap close with the Aurelia or passive. With a Q, but the Vego passive, the reset. And that's now gonna grant us a free Baron, right? Again, my Lulu's inting here, just dying, whatever. Because of my patience, all of that happened before that, me knowing I'm not fighting this ever, right? This actually allowed me now to take Baron. If I died there, we most likely wouldn't get this, because we would be giga fucking losing. So, after that, we actually get the Drake here. Alright, fine. Actually, I just want to mention something. As you can see, I'm not playing with a team here. But man, this is like Soul, and I kind of know my Garen. Karma is dead. The enemies are just, defending super minions. So, if your teammates are inting, it's whatever. I'm just getting a Soul. But to me, it doesn't look like it was really a dangerous position. Here again, this is very easy. I'm full build. I'm just looking to push in the bot wave here, as you can see. You could argue I should be there with my team. Honestly though, this fight is going to be very extended. I have a tanky Garen, they don't have Karma. I have a Syndra for HP, they're going to run in here, right? And you could argue I should be there, but honestly I just want to look to pressure bot side here. Because, I have Baron, and if they go for an extended fight, the pressure on the bot side is, at some point they have to retreat, right? Again, my Caitlyn inting every minute at the game, so I just go for that. Again though, after this, I recognize is this a good fight or not. You can see I'm playing this very slowly. I'm not ever in a dangerous position here, even though I'm kind of in a position to help my teammates here. So again, doing my best to help this guy. And right here, it's go time. I have my R. Okay, get the kill. Now, am I going in or not? Fuck no, bro. Look at this. Every Vego player knows. I'm just escaping here, right? I did the best I could. I get the refrag. I clean up what I can. Now I'm just recognizing. Okay, time to survive. Here, as you can see, my Syndra, she's just moving in. I have no idea. We saw the Echo. She's walking into Echo R. You can see, bro. High diamond players, they were disgusting. Right here, doing my best. But again, recognizing. Okay, this is gonna be int if I go in now. So I'm just taking what I can. This video is so long because, as you can see in those types of games, I have to be so patient. I have been patient for the last 28 minutes in this game. And I only had one mistake, which was me dying there because they had a random mistake. Besides that, I played this game perfectly macro-wise for the, closing out this game. And this is a very late close. This is kind of I should label this video how to win with hard inting teammates, honestly. But this is how you do it, and this is the most roughest scenario you will see in most of my videos. But that's what it is, right? Right here, as you can see, playing with my team here, looking. Okay, they have a pink ward, they see me, I'm not going in. Just looking, just being in a position here, right? So that's what I do. Right here, I would want to go to pot side, but we're super minions. If I go bot lane right now, my team will just end again. So I'm just looking, being in a position here, pressuring top side. Pressuring mid lane now with my Caitlyn, just taking this inhib here. Fine, kind of dangerous if we move back. As you can see, I'm playing this so patiently. And just waiting for the right opportunity at the right time. So, right here we actually took the mid inhib, and right now, I don't even know if now we're winning the game. And now finally my team didn't end. We are in their base. Now the Aurelia is just fully sending it. I just go immediately kill her, and now the game is pretty much GG. Yeah, I mean, we can look at that, but we just end up ending this game. 15 and 3 and 21. Okay, I have 3 deaths. Not too sure how many times my teammates died, but I'm like, look at the scoreboard, right? Enemies 34 kills. I died 3 times. I did not die in the late game once. Not a single time. And this is really the best example I can give you, and this is why I immediately record this video right now after having played this game, because this is the best example. Dying, not being at the right place at the right time, or acknowledging your lead and not playing on the same line as your teammates on the map. Again, if they are dead or in base, you can farm. If they're not, you kind of want to see, okay, is there in danger? Where are the enemies, right? And then acknowledging, okay, I have to play with them, looking to go for invades and shit like that. And yeah, those are really the 2 things that really matter the most, I think, to most people, and why they end up losing a game where they initially got a lead. Dying and not playing with your team. Again though, you don't want to play with your team to the extent where you actually die, okay? Because then the game is gonna be over. Because the strongest member, which has to be you if you have a good early game as a jungler and you're all over the map, once you're dead, the game is out of your control, right? And the enemies have a ability to get back into the game. As you can see though, even though my teammates inted, we had hard winning lanes here. All of them, besides Garen, hard inting, permadying, my bot lane, you know, you saw what I did in the early game, right? They just fucking died. Perma. I mean, I'm not flaming Caitlyn, right? She was like first time, maybe even autofill or some shit. Again though, you can see, like, you can even win games with your teammates inting this hard. And higher diamond, bro. Like, I'm not saying diamond is like the highest elo, but like most of you are not even diamond, and you say, oh man, I cannot win games because my teammates are just permanenting. I'm not saying you're gonna win every game, but you will win the vast majority of your low elo games playing like this. To some extent, right? Even if it's just dying 1 time less. So yeah, thanks for watching. Discord down below if you want coaching. If you don't, still join it. Great Discord. We actually have loads of members right now. Thanks for the pretty insane support, honestly. That's about it. A lot of you guys wanted to see this video. I, as you can see, deliver. If you want any video suggestions down below. See you in the next one.